So I've been practicing post-residency for a little over a year, and I started my residency a little over 6 years ago. So the biggest challenge, I think, for any physician during the job search is twofold. One, to find the open positions, and then two, to figure out what kind of position you want. You know, through medical school and through training, you're really only exposed to one type of practice, and then when you finish and you go and look for a job, there's private, there's academic, and then within both of those, there's huge variations. And so I think the challenge is to figure out who you are as an individual, what's important to you, what you want, and then once you figure that out, it's finding the job that actually meets all the things that allow you to have a productive career. So during the process of looking for a job, I think that thankfully now there are many online resources to both find job opportunities and advice on questions to ask, things to look for, and I utilized many of those resources. I think that physicians in general, we rely heavily on our network, our friends, our colleagues, and so I really did make an effort early on to get to know people in my field, both around where I went to medical school here in Little Rock, as well as once I was in residency, reaching out to anyone I could. And I think that ultimately I was able to come back here and work for Cartai because I stayed in contact with the folks here so that when there was a need, they knew that I was interested in coming back and helping to serve. For residents beginning the job search process, I would advise that they first ask themselves the difficult questions about what they want out of their career. And then I would advise that they reach out to their friends and colleagues around the country in areas that they think that they would like to practice to get a feel for the local job markets and any positions that may be available. I think that the earlier you start that process, the better. I don't think it's ever too early to start making connections in your specialty and in areas that you may be interested. And secondarily, I think looking nationally for groups or practices that are highly regarded, even if it's not somewhere you would have considered before, is a great place to start.